Zoom, 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 zoom,
Make it hot, go boom, boom.
zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Jerry didn't finish the line.
Actually, why can't I remember the name of that Disney movie that we're singing right now? What is that Disney movie?
Oh, I'm not.
That's an actual single, bro.
It's an
that
actual
was
song.
Dude, those are at
by-
the bars, like, well,
That
No,
was-
I know the Zoomy Zoom, but
No.
there's also the there's that song from a Disney movie that's like zoom, zoom, make your heart go
Well-
boom, boom.
Okay,
No, I don't
you
remember
do
that.
realize that's a no. Hold on, Theo. You do realize, and we'll do our intro here in a second, folks. But you do realize
No,
that is
we
just
start off
a
the cuff.
take.
They must be used to this.
That is a take on Rump Shaker by Rex and Effects.
Oh yeah, I know.
So
But
with
now,
that,
now I got to Google which movie this is.
Which Disney is it?
with that, folks, welcome to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio, your host. As always, I am joined by the bouncing baby boy on his birthday, the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thank you, nerds, for joining. We are going to be discussing some good stuff today. Very interesting. I'm happy to be with my boys today. It was a good day. So, hey, what's up? How's it going?
Fun birthday fact for Jerry was that he was born with a beanie.
I was.
He was. He hasn't changed.
I put it on like, okay.
Well, I mean, he was dropped, so that kind of had to cover it up.
Ew. Dang, that's
Was
rough.
he dropped or
But-
was it self-inflicted?
It was okay. Well,
Probably self-inflicted.
the self-inflicted ones I don't want to talk about. There's a lot of drinking involved. I don't want to talk about that.
He
No,
saw
I'm
the
just
world.
kidding.
He saw the world, and he said, "Put me back in.
Put me back. Put me back.
Put me
Damn,
back."
Chuck, nope.
Right. And then we are joined by the baby-faced one, Theo Walski.
So I did find it
Oh,
is
yeah.
Xenon, Girl of the 21st Century.
Okay.
Oh my God, I remember that show.
Yeah.
I remember that show.
And finally,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, after he ditched us for a nice anime conversation
He was
last
working.
week.
I was working, sir.
Because it was
you know
Wednesday. He was
what?
working.
He still ditched
Working.
us. He
Work
still ditched us for a
Wednesdays.
great anime conversation. But
Yeah,
ladies
bro,
and
you
gentlemen,
missed it.
that is, we are
Okay.
joined once again by our maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the man, the myth, the legend, the Lions mane, Jason Valerio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going tonight? My man. That's later, Theo. That's later.
J Bone. J
But,
Bone, what's up, dude?
you know, I missed you guys last week. It's okay. I had work. Couldn't make it
Yeah.
in.
But
Okay.
you were brought up many times, like, oh man, like Jason would be all
we're
over this.
talking anime.
Oh, dude, it
we're
was
missing
anime.
the prime
Oh,
person to be talking
Dude,
anime.
no,
and
like-
not to mention, dude, Sean is like, he knows his stuff, bro. Not only what he's done,
Mhm.
like, yeah, he
Yeah.
knows his stuff, dude.
Oh, man, see, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Give
So
me
we
a
were
word, I
thinking
know.
of you, bro. You were like,
Yeah.
oh, Jason would love
Mhm.
this right now.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
but I'm back, I'm back,
Yeah.
you guys. I miss
The
you guys.
four are back. Yeah, we missed you. Yeah, awesome. Everyone's here. Love it. So what's going
Which,
on?
So-
before we go on again,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, happy birthday, Jerry. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday, Matt. You know, you guys.
Wow,
had
thank you,
dude.
sir.
Thank you.
your
Thank you,
little birthday. I didn't know if you guys did it last week for a celebration or you guys do it this
We
week.
did.
We just
We
did it. Hey, I almost got through the entire
He
show.
almost got away with it, but I didn't let it go.
Without it.
I didn't let it go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
almost got away with it.
Yeah. I had
Just
to
like
interrupt, like, oh, whoa, wait. We almost forgot the most important thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I almost got away with it.
He even
I mean,
tried
but
to.
honestly,
No. They're like, no, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, though, at this age, I've had, now 44 trips around the sun. It's just another day anymore, really.
Once you get until you get to
it's-
like what 65, and then it's like all right.
Nah,
55,
man.
55. I'm sorry, 55.
Once,
is
once
the
I
next,
hit
the next hurdle.
once I hit 40, I'm on the going down that roller coaster.
Now, but you got to look forward to 55.
Yeah.
'cause that's when you can use the senior card. You'd be like, hey, you know what? Like senior discount. Got senior
Oh,
discount.
wait. I
Senior
forgot to give
discount,
you.
sir. Senior discount.
Here you go. Yeah.
Here's my ID.
Yeah, I'm
you can check my
11
ID,
years
see
away
if
from
you
that, Jay.
discount.
Thanks.
I don't think he wants to think about that right now.
Let me get my walker.
I think AARP does things a little earlier now these days.
Oh.
All right. Sorry, I had a little itch on my eye there.
Let's get that checked out.
Anyways, I did
it's okay, bro.
I did get some good news. Which I
Nice.
haven't really talked to you guys about it yet, but I am going to be helping out the podcasting program at my alma mater, my old high school.
Ooh.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
starting their business their business program is starting up a podcasting program for the seniors as part of their class project and stuff. So when I went to alumni night, I kind of broached the subject with the principal and stuff, and I'm going to be starting to volunteer over there and help out with that. So I'm looking forward to that. I know, like, yeah, we're small potatoes in the grand scheme of things when it comes to the gaming podcasts and stuff that are out there. But you know what, though, we have
But we're still going strong.
We have navigated through a lot of things as far as setting it up on our own and all that stuff. So at least if I can impart some of that knowledge and get them on the right path to whatever they want to do for their project, hey, that's the way I look at it. Let's give it back to my high
paying
school.
it forward, man. That helps it out.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes, dude.
And it's alumni. It's your old high school.
Oh yeah, it is
Absolutely, bro.
my old high school.
Yeah.
Real quick, congratulations to my Trojans who are on their way to the Elite Eight in the state playoffs for basketball.
Oh,
Nice.
cool. Nice.
And yeah, so it's kind of nice seeing that. They were, I think, the 8th hardest strength of schedule. So as far as for the year, so to see what they're doing is really nice. And our old basketball coach deserves it. It's been a little while since we've gone deep and done a deep run. So, but let's start getting into it because we got a lot to talk about. So,
oh yeah,
Theo, you did not
baby.
watch episode 7, right? On Last of Us.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with spoilers. I mean, I played the game, so it's okay.
This is the
which technically, I mean, you can tell them.
Yeah, this is the prequel one,
That's
right?
true because this is
you can tell
7
them.
was his. Yep, 7 was a prequel. It was
literally the DLC Left Behind.
Yeah.
Don't worry,
okay.
Theo, I haven't watched it yet either.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Like,
Okay.
But honestly, dude, I thought that was a clever way to kind of transition from like kind of squeezing in the DLC.
Because they've already signed for season 2.
Probably.
I believe they
I
have.
don't doubt it, but
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, this is a prequel one. It's
and then episode 6 was the college.
Yes.
University of Eastern Colorado, which is loosely based on Colorado State, up in Fort Collins. But it was good, but you know what though? Because I just finished playing that part in the game.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
once
okay
again,
with
man,
how
they gotta squeeze it together.
Yeah.
I know
do
exactly
understand they got to squeeze it together, but it was
because you know
super
what?
quick going, hey,
I get it.
Here's the Raiders.
I get it.
And now
I was
now
like,
rebar through me.
And honestly, dude, I was a little disappointed because one of my favorite parts is when Joel and Tommy go to get Ellie because she ran away. And they have that moment in the house when they're like, hey, listen, like, and then they have that serious talk. But I mean, once again, dude, I get it. Like they had to move it along and have it flow. But there are obviously moments that I'm going to be missing, but I have to keep telling
zoo animals.
No.
Do they what?
I was waiting for
the zoo animals.
Yeah.
Like the giraffes.
No, just the monkeys.
Just the monkeys were there.
They didn't do the giraffe. The giraffe.
Well, hold on though. The giraffe is not in.
That's further on
in the remake. It's not in the no. It's the giraffe is further on. The monkeys are at Eastern Colorado.
Yeah,
I just finished that part. Yeah, there's no unless they took it out. There is no giraffe in remake part 1 at the college.
Huh. Okay.
If I remember correctly, the giraffe was closer to Salt Lake.
I think
because I know there's because I know they see the giraffe and then they see I think the elephants later.
Yeah, because that's all later on. Because that's what.
Yeah, that is later on.
Spring or
No, but I
summer.
meant,
Because we're in winter right now.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
later on.
But
Yeah,
I swear the giraffe.
But
They better have the giraffe.
But the monkeys were there in the game
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in the scene too. But
Oh, yeah.
that was
Yes.
interesting. But like I knew you were going to go there. I'm not trying to defend it or anything. I'm just saying I understand it. But I understand your side too, dude. Because like I have my moments when I'm like, fuck, they took that out. Like, okay.
Well, I think my
That's a
whole beef
bummer.
with it is that the fact is that they went from, hey, look, there's raiders. Let's go out the back door. 5 seconds later, they're out the back door. Joel fights the one guy and gets stabbed, right? But in the game, we got to fight our way out of this. There's so many raiders that are attacking them.
I was hoping for like, oh man, this is gonna get intense. Like, oh, they're the first like intense moment. But that was
here's the thing is like,
so
he was stabbed in the show, right? And it was like, okay, he's stabbed, but the implications of what that actually is felt more powerful in the game by him falling onto that piece of rebar. And it goes straight through him, and you have to really understand the direty of the situation. So
and then Ellie having to like help him. Oh yeah,
that was a
all of
huge
it,
moment. And I think that leading into 7, I think it's missing some of that context on why Ellie is fighting so hard to save him in the beginning of 7.
I think it hit. I think they hit the marks, but I get what you mean, man. Because like, but the game is more immersive, so like they give you more of that feeling that you're going into it. But I mean, once again, I get it because I was like, oh God, please, like I was waiting for, we're gonna see Joel like finally like open up, like he's gonna let the bull out, and then they're out in the back. I'm like, okay, okay, here we go, one dude, and then
that's
boom.
it. It was like like.
Damn.
In the game, it was more, and he was fighting the one guy on a balcony.
But just like I said last time when I saw you guys 2 weeks ago, this is they have to convey it very quickly. Like you're playing a video game and you can spend an hour for this. Here it's just fight scenes. It's just fight scenes left and right. Fight scenes left and right.
And they have to pick and choose which fight scenes like they want to invest in. Yeah, I totally get all that. I'm just agreeing that like I am missing those elements too. But
the elements of context.
I get exactly.
Because if you're taking away too much of the fights, you're at the same time kind of taking away from the character development. Like your relationship with the viewer and the character, you're taking away a little bit because you need to get through that hardship. Because if you're just fighting one guy, you're not going to get as much hardship. Like, we're invested in Joel and he gets stabbed, so we're going to be sad. But you don't necessarily understand the turmoil that Joel is going through, and with respects to needing to fight for his life, like he has been for a long time.
And I think that's part of the show that we're missing is that true. I mean, we haven't had many where you're fighting for your life, like Theo was mentioning, is that it's missing a lot of that development in the characters and why people have come to love Joel and Ellie and the relationship and how that builds into that father-daughter type.
But I think that's also stemming into kind of Jason's argument. Yeah, that they're really stretching the development of those two characters throughout the season. Instead of the game, which is why we're having the problem of okay, what happened there? What happened with that? Because
I could see that, but I would think that they're going about it the wrong way. Because like if they're stretching out the development of the characters, it gives them the opportunity to kind of like put in their own stuff in between season 1 and season 2. If you're doing parts 1 and 2. Yeah, I could see that being like some creative freedom because you didn't quite do the development. But I think that kind of takes away from the story as it is as a game. Like if you wanted to put in more of those fillers and kind of stretch out the story of part 1 into 2 seasons, I would have been all for that. Like like the episode, like episode 4, when we saw more of Frank, that was huge.
That's exactly what I agree with. That's what I mean by stretching it. I mean, like they're expanding on it, but taking their time with it. It's not like the progression in the game. They're still conveying the same seriousness and the same relationship, but it's extending through the season. Not like the game.
I just mean it feels like the development of the relationship and the progression of the story are not matching. That the progression of the story is faster than the development of the relationship.
I think what you guys want more is the direness of what's been going on with the infected. You know, because you guys are there is a lot of like quote unquote action missing or some suspense, because it is becoming like what's that game? The mailman simulator.
Death Stranding.
Game. Yeah, Death Stranding. It's becoming like, hey, like point A to point B. Like, let's go here, let's go here, let's go here. Let's check out these spots. And I know what Matt and Jerry are feeling, that they're like, oh, we're missing something. Theo as well. Like, we're missing some of that like suspense where like you're crawling through, you're walking through, like,
hoping for more. I think we were all hoping for, like you said, more suspense.
Yeah, but
because at least to give it that, like, it still gives it that push. I guess right now it just, like, honestly, it feels like it's more on the drama side, where it's hitting more like The Walking Dead.
As it should be though. Very because this is what you're watching. This, you aren't partaking in this, you know. And I think that's the whole disconnect, that us all playing it and like you're in the cut. You're like, oh, like throw a brick, like. Oh, like all the time. We're just like, me and my wife are like, just there's a brick somewhere, just throw a brick. Like,
you throw bricks,
you know, like
bottles. Actually, since you're talking about
those things that just, you know, like they are progressing the story. They are progressing the story. They're doing what they need to have doing a great key moments. The key moments. Like I said last time, I wanted that tunnel scene to be extra long. There could be a whole there could be a whole episode on just that little zone.
But they, like you said, they're hitting all the key points and it's doing it so well, like to the point where you can compare it to the game. And
where you can just be like, okay, like great. I get why they skipped this part. I get why they have some of these, you know, as long as the characters themselves keep up with that, like the Ellie sarcastic and pun forward Ellie, and Joel being the like, oh my God, really?
The reluctant stoic cowboy.
So there is one thing that I think that they've touched on, but they've been missing their opportunity to expand on, which you can tell me if I'm wrong based off of, since I haven't seen the most recent episode, but they gave us good lead up to a difference with the virus being kind of plant-based, and they haven't revisited that. There hasn't been an expansion on that. There hasn't been more about the virus and the zombies or anything, and I feel like we really need that.
So that's the one thing I think is another thing in terms of context, right? Because outside of a little bit here and there, we haven't seen much on the infected. Yeah, we had the bloater and that whole horde at one point, and then the horde
was it a bloater? It didn't look like a bloater.
Yeah, it was a bloater.
It was a bloater. It just didn't throw any spores, but it was a bloater.
Oh, okay. But it looked like more like a Goliath, like he was bigger in the chest than he was in the stomach.
Yeah, but you haven't really seen a lot of that sense of urgency and despair, right? Because we don't have those scenes where you walk around a corner and there's 4 clickers, and you got to try and get through there. So there is context that are missing,
spores missing,
and I think part of it is that this is only 10 episodes. That's it, and they're trying to cram all of this into 10 episodes, where I think they might have been better served to maybe break it up into, you know, fall, winter, and spring, summer, you know, into 2 different seasons at 10 episodes a piece. Then you get all the context that is there that needs to be there for that character development, you know, because it just, but
I mean, that would be a good idea. But once again, we don't know the budget. We don't know what kind of schedule they had. I mean,
well, when you got the schedule right, Mandalorian, which comes out tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I think another Pedro Pascal show, which is going to be amazing.
Dude, I saw something that somebody posted that it was like scientifically by 2030, every show is going to be just Pedro Pascal transporting a magical creature. So,
all right.
Yeah, right.
That'd still be no. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as he has that voice from the SNL skit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What are you
Can we
talking
get
about?
can we get that as a Mario show? Or like
Bro,
can we get Mario Kart? Really? Because that was
What?
just fan.
Oh my god. But
All right.
it really is
So,
a decade. It really is.
All right. So let's get into the gaming news because stuff broke today too.
Oh my god.
Speaking of Mario and all that, which Mario got moved up 2 days to April 5th instead of April 7th for the movie release. So it's releasing a whole 2 days earlier. So anyways,
speaking of releases,
Enix,
and I'll promise we won't talk about it for long since Jason hates this, but Loki season 2 did get delayed.
Damn.
Okay, that's it.
Dude,
that was it.
That's cool.
Jason, we're done.
Let me
We're
get
done.
up.
That was
We're
it.
done.
That was done.
done. It was delayed. Okay. All
That's
right.
That's all.
Let's get on to Square Enix news. So I didn't get a chance to watch a lot of it, but there was a bunch of FF16 stuff that dropped today, including an interview, a little bit of an interview with Yoshi P. But what did also come out is that Square Enix announced that Luminous Productions, who made Forspoken, is going to be merging into Square Enix and will no longer be a wholly owned subsidiary. So that's sad to see. I hope it gives them more resources, but at the same time, Forspoken didn't necessarily do as well as they hoped it would.
It got some momentum.
Yeah, it's got some momentum.
I would definitely say, like, I would definitely recommend a try. And it did improve from that ghastly demo.
And I think honestly, maybe being part of Square Enix as a whole might actually be beneficial to them because then they may be able to get access.
From what I've seen, it looks like. From what I've seen, it looks like that the game has kind of failed on the story front, but the mechanics are really good. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
A few, like one or two other cons that went against it, but there was things that you can look past, but really the story was, you just didn't care.
Gotcha.
Now on consolidation fronts or the lack thereof, EA did lay off pretty much their entire QA testing team down at the Baton Rouge studio that were responsible for Apex Legends. They did it over a Zoom call.
Damn,
that's rough.
So the statement that was provided to Kotaku was, as part of our ongoing global strategy, we are expanding the distribution of our Apex Legends testing team and ending testing execution that's been concentrated in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, impacting services provided by our third-party provider. Our global team, inclusive of remote playtesters by our third-party playtest across the U.S., enables us to increase the hours per week we're able to test and optimize the game, and reflects a commitment to understand and better serve our growing community around the world. Supervisors weren't even told that this was happening. They were completely blindsided by it. And the folks were not allowed to collect their personal belongings from the office unless they were under the supervision of security. They're only getting 60 days. They're only getting 60 days severance, which does not cover many of their contracts.
That sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
60 days severance.
Out of that entire statement, all I heard was cheaper labor.
Yep.
Well, and here's the thing: is when they're talking about the playtesters across the U.S., right? What a lot of folks don't realize is that a lot of those are just you're volunteering to playtest.
Yeah.
Or you're getting paid minimum wage to playtest.
Nah, it's just probably open beta testings, public beta servers.
Honestly, I hate to say this, but it's EA. EA has not been holistically a great company for years.
Squeeze that penny, EA.
No.
Squeeze that penny.
It is.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is it's EA's mantra, right? They've kind of been like this we're just going to shutter studios just because.
Squeeze that penny. Yeah.
So I feel bad. I do feel bad for those folks, especially since a lot of other layoffs have happened across the gaming industry over the last couple of months. It's a hard. You're going to need to get into it. I know. Last month, Gorilla put out that they were hiring, so I know it'd be a move over to the Netherlands, but over to Amsterdam. But that there are studios worldwide that are hiring right now for different things. So hopefully they all land on their feet.
Yeah, Jason.
Yeah. No, they're not hiring for They're not hiring for janitors, Jason.
Ew.
I mean, like, still, what do they have? What do they have in there, man?
I don't know. Go look. Anyway, so
I'll take a look.
Speaking of Gorilla and PlayStation, PlayStation did have a state of play last week. They highlighted VR2. You got a new trailer for Destiny Lightfall, which dropped today and already had server issues. So
that's a given on a release. That's given on a release period.
Yeah.
Always given.
All releases just oh my god, there's so many people on. We didn't expect this.
Well, they were just it was the message
it's
the
just,
servers are
it's just
capacity.
people just complaining because people are like, no, they've done releases the same way every single time, that there's always a queue to get in and whatnot. It's always the same. They're consistent, they're good with it. I think I respect them for it.
We saw more on Street Fighter. They showed off Zangief and Cammy.
More and Lily.
Lily. You had Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah, that looked good.
It does look gorgeous. And then they ended it with Suicide Squad, which honestly, I expected more out of Rocksteady.
I'm still going to
given their history.
I think I'm going to sleep on it. I'm still going to sleep on it.
Oh, everybody's sleeping on it right now. They're gonna wait until after release and maybe it goes on sale, because
I'm still not quitting
everything
because
they showed.
I'm still not quitting it because it is literally like within the Arkham story. So, I think it's 5 years after Arkham Knight. But I'm sleeping on it still.
Well, let me put another caveat that they didn't mention in the state of play, which came out after the fact, is that it's going to require a persistent online connection. So that means in order to play the game, you have to be connected to the internet.
Is there an MMO aspect to it?
So you got to remember, it's a co-op. It's got co-op capabilities.
You have a single player to it. They said that on the developer diary.
They said that, but it came out after the fact, is although you have a single player aspect, much like Marvel's The Avengers, you have to be persistently connected to the internet, just like Gran Turismo 7.
Or just like Destiny. You have a lot of co-op with Destiny, but you require internet. Even if you're playing solo, you require internet. So there is a tad. So I guess there is a tad MMO aspect to it, to the most part, I guess. Okay.
Maybe.
So
I think I'm going to sleep on it even more.
Yes, and I think that was something that I was a little disappointed that they didn't include.
That's a bummer. Yeah, that really bums me out. Oh well.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that kind of game like with what we've seen from the trailers and the teasers. Like I wouldn't think an MMO aspect from it at all. I would think pure just on disc or whatever would be fine.
Because they also describe that you can switch between characters if you're single player.
Yes.
But so I was like, oh, okay, that'll be okay. So it's a good thing. It's got a single player aspect to it, like
switch player, like Guardians.
No, not like Guardians. More like
Gotham Knights.
Not possibly Gotham Knights. They didn't really describe it. Either Gotham Knights or the Ultimate Alliance, like where you can actually switch. Like, I'm gonna be. You can switch to each character. So they weren't specific or they didn't describe on that, but
and I just think it sucks that you didn't mention that during the state of play, though, that it's a persistent online connection. Because there's a lot of people that do not have a stable enough connection to the internet to be able to support that. So they are not going to be able to partake.
Yeah, getting glitchy like every 5 minutes would be just so annoing.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
Unless you really turn down as much of the
even with like a lot of those even with a lot of those nowadays, like you can put on
Still
low
requires
and it still
at least
feels
20
a lot.
20 megs.
Yeah. Still feels like
so Jason, since you are back to us, let's talk about that time of the month, which happens next Tuesday. So we're gonna start off with PlayStation this time. Because there's some Xbox news that I want to get into and touch base on. I think is a little bit more important. So we're going to start with PlayStation this time. So
Blasphemy, sir. Blasphemy about Xbox being more important than PS.
Actually, it's going to all lead together. So PlayStation is going to do Battlefield 2042, Minecraft Dungeons, and Code Vein.
For the last send off, this is pretty weak.
Really.
It's kind of weak.
This isn't.
I mean, 2042 isn't very old.
Yeah, it's true. It's not bad. It's not the best.
Minecraft Dungeons has a pretty good following.
I mean, for the last, because like after the 9th, these are gone. So I would just
these are
they stay as long as you download
March
them.
games.
Yeah,
yeah,
these are the March games.
No, yeah, I know that, but
these come out March 7th.
I'm just saying,
and
kind of a letdown for the last one.
Yeah. Why is it
the last one?
No, it's not the last one.
No, you're thinking about collections that they're ending.
Yeah,
you're talking
about
ending
PlayStation Plus. Collections.
Just the standard collections that came.
Yes, these are your standard monthly games.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were stopping that too. Oh,
change your tune.
Okay.
Nope.
So this
right.
Not too bad.
This month was
Vein,
I mean, compared to Xbox.
Damn.
What the hell is this?
What? $15.99? Wow, $39.
I can't even read what's $39.99. Sudden Strike 4 complete collection.
Oh my God. Lamentum.
Where
Lamentum?
Where do they get off? Where do they find these?
Lamentum?
I know, where do
that's
a great question.
The scent of a candle.
Where do they find these games?
Hey, they found them on Game Pass Ultimate.
Good Lord. What?
So anyways, comparatively, we all know
combined value of 3,230 in game score. Like, give me
the game score. Okay, the game score. That's like trophies for us. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
What the heck are these games?
The game cover for Truberbrook or whatever, it looks like you're gonna run Yellowstone National Park. Like, what is this? And Lamentum sounds like a fragrance of a candle.
Okay, so we all know that's just that is Xbox just being Xbox. But they did do something really good that I want to touch base on. That I think is going to restore maybe a little bit of faith in Xbox, and it's also going to make PlayStation's point of the whole Activision Xbox merger being anti-competitive, right? It's going to render that mute.
I thought you're going to say, they finally decided to get rid of Games of Gold and just
I wish
absorb it into
anyways. So this statement was made last week by Microsoft in a joint statement. So Microsoft and Nintendo have now negotiated and signed a binding 10-year legal agreement to bring Call of Duty to Nintendo players the same day as Xbox with full feature and content parity so they can experience Call of Duty just as Xbox and PlayStation gamers enjoy Call of Duty. We are committed to providing long-term equal access to Call of Duty to other gaming platforms, bringing more choice to more players and more competition to the gaming market. What this statement does not include is that they were also talking about bringing more Xbox games to Nintendo.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if we aren't going to maybe see that the evolution of what we thought was Game Pass was going to eventually show up on the Switch.
Which I mean, to your point with it being Game Pass stuff or games with gold going over to Nintendo, it's going to be good games, high value games going over to
that's
Nintendo.
What they're going to do. Oh my God, we didn't see this coming. Microsoft is just going to pawn games with gold onto Nintendo. Oh my!
Here you go, guys. These are great.
These are Switch players. You're getting Truberbrook. You're
Hold
getting.
You know what? If that's the case, if that's the case, they could keep it. I'll reinvest in my Switch Online because that is way better than games for gold.
Honestly, though, my prediction is that we will see an influx in indie games, but a lot of their stronger indie games in their market on Microsoft's side. I think we're going to see a Nintendo first as like their first run, and then I think they're going to build and start like doing announcements on what games are going to go over to Nintendo.
I think here's the thing is like PlayStation was offered the same exact deal and Jim Ryan said, screw you. So
with
Nintendo's
Microsoft
like
or
with Microsoft. So no, Xbox went to PlayStation and said, hey, we want to give you a 10-year deal. Currently right now for all of Call of Duty to show up on PlayStation. Jim Ryan said, no, pound sand. Yeah, and then they basically said it anti-competitive. It's going to be anti-competitive, right? And that taking Call of Duty away from PlayStation players is going to create this whole void. But
no, it won't.
Well, it's just going to make PlayStation just needs to get off their ass and bring back Killzone, SOCOM, Resistance, whatever you want to do as a first-person shooter.
Exactly.
That's going to need to get resurrected. But two is you have Nintendo going, you know what? We haven't had Call of Duty since the Wii. Bring it on back. Call of Duty has not
Call of Duty on the Wii?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the first one, right?
It was one of the old Call of Duty.
One of the older ones. Yeah.
Like the one, like the World War II, World War,
an old one.
Yeah, old one.
Yeah.
That was funny.
But it's I get it with Nintendo. Nintendo does lack a lot of the quote unquote M for mature games. They always have. They always have.
Not lately. Have you seen the Switch catalog?
Well, I mean,
there's a lot of that questionable.
No,
stuff
but they're always playing the catch up game on that.
Yeah,
you know.
True.
So I feel that Nintendo does need some backup for.
I kind of take it the other route around. I think Xbox is getting a little desperate.
It was Wii U.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. I think Xbox is getting desperate. Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
So it was Call of Duty Ghosts was the last game that was on a Nintendo platform. And that was 2013.
That one.
Before that was Black Ops 2 on the Wii U in 2012.
Oh, okay.
Modern Warfare 3 on the Wii. Okay. Before that was Black Ops 1. And then prior to that was World at War and Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Okay.
And Call of Duty 3. So, I mean, the Call of Duties had been on the Wii for a little while.
Yeah.
And then
Wii U I'm thinking Xbox is getting desperate by needing to have more of their titles on Nintendo, because you're obviously not seeing a collaboration really, because you're not seeing any Nintendo titles go over to Xbox.
No.
So you're
they're accepting what they want to give.
Xbox is trying to reach out to a larger demographic.
Exactly.
In order to make more sales.
We know they're pushing cloud, and we know Microsoft. I mean, Theo, you and I with our jobs, we know how much, Office 365 is permeating throughout the land and subscriptions and stuff. I think with this is that they went into partnership with Logitech for that handheld that was going to be like their version of
the Stream Deck,
a Switch, or Steam Deck, and it failed. And Steam Deck, you can play your Xbox games on it, but I think what they're looking at is they're trying to get a bigger market.
I forgot that was a selling point that you can do Game Pass on that, right?
Yes,
I forgot about that.
So,
but it's not the level of it being on Xbox. It's the level of it being on a Windows PC. Being Xbox Game Pass, so it's not that great.
But what I think it is they're trying to get on a more platform, because we know the Switch 2 is coming. It's going to be beefier hardware. I think they're rolling the dice and saying, hey, let's make a partnership, because frankly, Nintendo and Microsoft have always kind of coexisted together and worked together and not hamstrung each other, because nobody really cares about each other. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think adding in the caveat that it's Call of Duty is basically a middle finger to PlayStation saying, we're going to do this. We're bringing it.
I agree.
We're signing long-term contracts. There's not going to be anti-competition. So
how
FCC.
How many more Call of Duties do you think will be out though?
Oh,
So
Forever.
Oh, dude.
the
Oh,
next
yeah.
one,
Forever.
the next one's going to be
Every year.
as
Every
more
year.
from a DLC. It's more from a DLC into a full-fledged game now.
Yeah, I don't see I don't
but
see it going longer.
but it's Infinity Ward doing the new one,
just
overseen by Sledgehammer.
I just don't.
Okay, if it's overseen by Sledgehammer, I can maybe be okay with it.
Yeah.
Infinity Ward is okay, but they've been lacking. Sledgehammer can kind of help them, but no.
Mm-hmm. So
You can only
it'll
make
be
so
interesting
many
to
new
see.
maps, that's it.
That's true. But you can reuse them
Yeah.
over and over again. People still
Do
pay
that.
for it. So it'll definitely be interesting. I mean, Microsoft already has Ori 1 and 2 already on the Switch. So that it's not like they don't have Xbox games already over there. So it's I could see it. Maybe. I mean, wouldn't that be interesting to have Master Chief show up on the Switch?
Like I said, I think that's eventually going to happen. I just think they're going to build up to it. But what I think is like I think you all have been been saying, we're going to see an influx of Xbox games. That's why I think their first push is going to be a lot of like their high-rated indie games, maybe some decent like older games, and like you're going to see a whole wave, like wave of pages that are going to be first available on Switch or the new Switch.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm okay with that too, because I definitely think that they're adapting to the times, to the where that
I think it's a smart strategy.
They need to sell more games than they do need to sell consoles. They don't need to sell consoles. They just need to sell games, because as long as they have many platforms, they're going to continue to sell games. When you're completely exclusive with PlayStation, you're stuck with that hardware. And that kind of needs to change for PlayStation. They need to be, or at least change up your price range for your consoles.
Yeah. Because we all know the next generation of PlayStation is going to be a lot higher than what it already is. So, So with that, real quick touch on a little bit of Nintendo news is that Nintendo kind of underestimated the demand for Metroid Prime Remastered. And physically, that's right, Jerry, Jason, you heard me say physically.
I heard
it is pretty much sold out just about everywhere.
You know what that means? That means it's a collector's item, sir.
That's right.
So Nintendo has already come out and said that they need to restock quickly.
You know how much it's going for online right now? It's averaging $120 online right now.
So
double.
No, it's a $40 game.
Oh, so triple.
Damn.
It's a $40 game. Let's see, as of recording, let's see how much it is now. Because I'm going to jump on eBay.
And again, see, that's the love of the physical community, just
because you appreciate it that much.
Is it the physical community, or is it Metroid Prime? I think it's
Metroid Prime too.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime as well. Because I know Matt probably has like 7 copies,
So
he's been wanting it so bad that he's like, yeah.
I bought it digital. I was gonna double dip. I was gonna make you boys proud. I was gonna get a physical copy to go with my digital, because I do have a shelf right over there that is dedicated for just straight Metroid, and I thought it was gonna look, the case would just look really nice right there. But right now, starting bidding right now is starting at $40. For buy it now. Let's see here. It is going for there's one for 60. There's a couple for 60, but after that it jumps, and it jumps very quickly.
How much?
Let's see, the highest, I'm already up into the 80s and the 90s right now.
Oh wow.
It's a collector's item, sir.
Yeah.
There is a copy on here for $130.
That's too much though. That's too much.
Crazy. Yeah, I did quick search. Like I saw like 5, 6, 7 listings, all around like 130, 120.
Yep.
110. Yeah.
No joke. And honestly, it's like they did such a phenomenal job with it. I guess we'll use this kind of as a segue into what we've all been playing, since we haven't really talked about it for a couple of weeks. So, in honor of Samus and how much time I've been playing with Metroid Remastered, I did have to rock the hoodie.
That is pretty cool though.
Yeah, this is to celebrate the OG original. And I'm wearing my Metroid Dread shirt, even though I've got the Fusion one. But Prime Remastered is fantastic. It is absolutely gorgeous. The controls are spot on, amazing for doing it in first person. And that game, still to this day, you hear those Metroids for the first time, and it just inspires this dread. You just like, you know what's coming, and you know you better fight them off or you're screwed. So there is that.
And if you don't mind me asking, I forget which one was the Metroid that was on Wii. That wasn't Prime, right?
That was Prime 3. Well, actually, no. Let's rewind that, because it first came out as Prime 3. Okay. And that was, you got the nunchuck. You're using that for the electric lasso stencil and whatnot. They weren't bad, but
I hated them.
They were super clunky.
But at the same time, they weren't bad for it being built from the ground up for the Wii, right?
Fair.
But then they came out with Metroid Prime Trilogy, which had Prime 1 through 3.
That's
they
right.
forced the Wii control scheme onto 1 and 2, which were not motion controlled whatsoever. Like case in point, like in the middle of a battle, if you needed to change beams, like you had to point at the actual beam on the screen, and then you could go back to fighting whatever you were fighting. Whereas in the original Prime, it was the D-pad.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of complaints about that. Remember, Jason?
I hope now that there's there is the rumor we are getting 2 and 3, that they're in the works. So I hope with 3 they give us a modern control scheme. Like I'll play it with the Joy-Cons if I have to. I would just rather have it on a Pro controller.
Honestly, the way things are looking, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave you both options.
I wanted to.
I would say, especially for 3, I think because of the whole Wii thing, like maybe the options, but
Prime 1
I think
has it as well. They have a hybrid scheme, like motion controls. If you need,
I think they'll stick with that then.
Yeah, I think it's just going forward from now on. If it requires motion controls, you can be optional, because it's just the way the accessibility nowadays is. It leads in that direction.
Yep. Yeah. I'm starting to do another island redesign a little bit.
Oh my god!
Again? Like,
again?
Designing.
See, you guys don't. You guys do not get to run on me on Red Dead now. I mean, this is officially addicted. That's
I have 800 hours on it.
Stamped by Jerry.
We get it together now. Addicted.
There is The Last of Us part 1, and then I did start a season on MLB 22, so slowly kind of working on that, just trying to get my chops back and ready for MLB 23.
Oh, sick! Yeah, that's right. You already pre-ordered,
March, couple weeks. Oh yeah, that thing's already pre-ordered. Nice. I may actually double dip and get it on the Switch too.
Oh, really?
Because you have cross progression. So I can
nice.
save my file,
cool. So you can just continuously play.
That's interesting.
Yeah, wherever I want to play. So we'll see. We'll see how it graphically holds up though on a Switch though. And mechanic wise. But all right. Jason, what you been playing?
Me.
Pac-Man.
Well, I'm about to platinum Detroit, Become Human.
Nice.
Ooh,
probably today.
Hold on, that is not easy. That is not an easy platinum.
I just find it funny. I find it funny, like, because one of them is you have to kill off Connor every time, one of the main characters, and it's just funny the way he does, just because he's an android. I'm not gonna lie, they are very cartoonish.
Oh no.
Well, where it's not easy as well is you have to get every chapter's alternate endings throughout the whole thing.
I was about to ask, okay, was it like, it wasn't hard, but it was strenuous, wasn't it?
It's strenuous. It's a little annoying because there's no skip button. There's no, you have to watch the whole thing.
You have to go through it.
You have to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
God, like, and I'm like, all right, just like, I'm like, I literally will just let it go and then like do a few of the actions and then like go use the bathroom or because I know it's a long cutscene. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got time.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Going to I've been watching my wife play Dead Space and Pokemon. Got back into Mahjong like crazy again.
Nice.
So, it's nothing too crazy, just trying to get a couple platinums, try to kill off some of the backlog because I know I'm going to get more games this year and it's just, oh no. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Jerry, my man. Jerry.
I did dust off the Switch a little bit. I played a little bit of Mario. But for the most part, man, Hogwarts. Bro.
I'm 50-50 on getting that, man.
Man, I can't stop.
I heard so many good things. Bro.
I can't stop.
So many good things, and like
just get it.
You connect your Pottermore account to it, and
just get it. That's all I'll say. Just get it, bro. It's amazing.
There's rumor that there's
already upgraded my broom
for another game already.
Yeah, and TV shows.
A TV show is in the works. Yep.
Oh geez.
So
I don't know about TV show.
I don't know about the TV show. Come on.
But dude, honestly, bro, just get it. It's amazing.
I don't know.
Everybody,
I'm think about it.
I already have two unforgivable curses. I have already gone to like class, dude. It's just so much fun.
Dude, you went Slytherin.
No, they give you the option to learn
just
it.
A dark Ravenclaw.
I'm just taking the option to learn it. It's okay.
Evil, sir, evil.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's way immersive. There are so many
true colors. Your true colors.
Dude, there really is. You should see some of the TikTok videos of people just going into the school and literally Avada Kedavra everyone. It's terrible. Terrible.
It's amazing.
Right, so,
like, there's even mods out there for the PC version that lets you kill the teachers.
Oh yeah,
lets you kill the teachers, and everybody's going off of this like Miss Garlic or whoever it is.
The
herbologist.
Herbologist.
So he who should not be named. We know now what you're playing. Theo, what are you playing now?
I haven't been playing anything because trainings is ramping up with tournaments approaching. I've got 2 tournaments in the next, not this weekend, but the following 2 weekends.
Wow!
And then outdoor season starts, so I've got a lot that I need to work on and get ready for. The first tournament in April out in Phoenix is the first stage for World Team Trials. So I got to do pretty good at that. Otherwise, after we wrap up tonight, I'm going to be playing some Lightfall.
Nice.
If you can get into the queue.
I got into the queue earlier just before we started. I just wanted to check and see.
Sweet.
Oh,
nice, man.
Just doing the little wiggle so you don't AFK out.
That's right.
Right. Wiggle. Just take a rubber band, wrap it around your controller, and just run around in circles. Oh,
nice, man.
So with that, folks, I want to thank everybody for crashing game night with us tonight. If you like what you heard, head on over to crashinggamenight.com. Check out the past episodes. We are going to start loading a little bit more content onto the YouTube channel as well. So head on over there. YouTube has now updated some things. So we now actually have a real kind of like handle, which is youtube.com/@crashinggamenight. So
nice.
Yeah, they kind of updated that for like everybody. So you can have, that's your link now, youtube.com/ as long as you set up your actual like username. So yeah, we've got new stuff we're gonna be adding up over in there and whatnot. We are announcement wise, we are looking to have on here in the next couple of weeks another one of the champions from Breath of the Wild. So once we get that finalized on the date, we'll get another game night. When we start, we'll get another video. Theo's over on our YouTube channel.
I was testing the YouTube channel. It's actually YouTube.
That totally threw me off. Like, whoa, oh my god!
But it's @ Crashing Game Night.
That's what I said. @ Crashing Game Night.
Oh, I didn't hear the @ Sorry.
You have to have the @ in there. Anyways, so there's that coming up. Also on April 4th, we are going to be having Eric Monticelli from Marvel on the show. As long as Drew
talking nerdy stuff.
It is going to be non-Marvel stuff.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
That's true. Yeah.
So we are going to be talking.
So I can just, put a blank
we're going to be
cardboard me.
Right. We're going to be talking some baseball, MLB The Show, because there's a lot of things that MLB The Show is actually doing with this year's edition that is shining a light onto the Negro Leagues and their contributions to baseball and stuff. Because as everybody remembers, when Eric was last on, he wanted to come back on so we could talk baseball.
Yeah.
Jerry and I got on a Dodgers tangent.
All right, Jason, really quick, pose yourself like you're listening intently, and I'll screenshot you and we'll just put it over. Oh, you're so invested. Yes. Perfect.
There we go.
Got it.
That's his Marvel look. Anyway, so those are our upcoming guests. We're constantly looking at getting more and more people on. So keep an eye on our Twitter and YouTube channels for that information.
And send some suggestions if you guys are hoping to see someone. We always try.
Yeah,
never hurts to just ask.
Absolutely. So that's what we got coming up here. So if you want to check out their past episodes, check out the profiles right there on crashinggamenight.com. And as always, folks, just be excellent to each other.
That's right, everyone. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for hanging out. Once again, let's just spread that same message. Let's just try and spread a little bit more compassion, some patience. Let's hand out a helping hand every once in a while. Let's just try and be a little better and help each other out once in a while. The world's a little crazy still. And we have to, we really have to come together. So thank you guys for joining us, and let's just try and be better. Thank you. Nerds.
I'm about to say, when are you going to say nerds out there, Jay? You didn't say it once. But yeah, as always, guys, it is, as Jerry says, it's quite crazy out there. Just be safe out there. We are coming up on the amazing first Q2 games. We have a lot.
I think so.
Yeah, we have a lot just right ready to go.
Right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Yeah.
I was thinking like right down the pipeline. I don't know. But anyways,
one of those things.
One of those things. Just be safe out there, be cool. We made it to February. And again, happy birthday, Jerry. Happy birthday, Matt.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. But I'm gonna send it over to my man.
Really bad at this.
Send it over to my man.
Hold on.
Yeah.
In the spirit.
Wow. Okay.
In the spirit. God damn it. Come on.
Technical difficulties, guy. What the heck?
No. See, here's the thing is, we've done very well about not having even content strikes. Yes, slacker. Yeah, for violating,
Oh, that's not even
media?
a copyrighted one.
Yeah.
You're fine. We're fine. Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah. But anyways, my man, Theo, send us out like you do.
Come on, you're ruining me. Thank you all for watching. Thanks for listening. Till next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Good night, everybody.
Nerds.
Nerds. Nerds. Nerds. Nerds. Nerds. Nerds. Nerds.